Hello everyone, good evening. Warm welcome to Super Coaching Regulatory Bodies channel by Testbook. My name is Madhav Sir. I welcome you all in a very important session, and today it's Tuesday and 6 p.m. I'm back again with the finance current affairs. You know this very well that this session is going to be really very helpful for all those candidates who are preparing for different regulatory bodies exam as well as for the bank exams as well, because this particular session is on finance current affairs where we will be discussing all the important current affairs related to finance. Let's begin the discussion, guys. I hope you all are ready. I hope I'm audible, visible, everything is fine. We are good to go. Chalo. So let's begin the discussion without any further delay. So I'll start my discussion with the first news of the day, and the first news is really very important. This news is related to RBI. Recently, RBI's Deputy Governor has been given an extension for 1 year. The question is, who is the individual to whom this extension is given? What is the actual term of a Deputy Governor? And do we expect the upcoming extensions as well? So let's discuss the entire news. But before I start the discussion with the important news, I have a very important update. As you all know that on this platform, we come up with daily session at 6 p.m. where we are covering the current affairs with the help of a weekly format. What does it mean? It means basically we are discussing the weekly PIB, all the news of last 1 week which were in PIB, which are important for your examination, are discussed on Monday. Finance, that is today, Tuesday. Then RBI updates will be discussed tomorrow, where we will be discussing all the important RBI news from the past 1 week, which include notifications, circulars, as well as it include press releases, speeches, reports, and many more. Then we'll talk about government schemes on Thursday. We have ESI current affairs on Friday, and we have important reports on Saturday. This is my Telegram channel. You can join my Telegram channel in order to download the PDF of the sessions which we are conducting on YouTube. Let's get started. So the first news is related to M. Rajeshwar Rao. M. Rajeshwar Rao ji was appointed as RBI Deputy Governor in 2020. And if I talk about the term of Deputy Governor as well as Governor is defined at the time of appointment. So the moment he was appointed, he was given a term of 3 years, which was completed back in 2023. The moment he has completed his term in 2023, later on he was again given an extension for 1 year, that is from 2023 to 24. Now, he has been awarded with the second extension of 1 year from 2024 to 25, which means his total term as a Deputy Governor by 2025 will be of 5 years. So this is a very important update which you need to remember. So the name is M. Rajeshwar Rao, the Deputy Governor of RBI. He has received 1 year extension. Now you must be thinking, it's a very important news, or it's a very unique news that any individual has been given an extension of 1 year. That is not a case. That is actually not a case. If you check out the current list of RBI Deputy Governors, if I start with T. Ravi Shankar, he was appointed in 2021 for a term of 3 years, and those 3 years completed back in May 2024 this year, and now he's on extension. So first RBI Deputy Governor who is on extension, and that too on his first extension, is T. Ravi Shankar. M. Rajeshwar Rao, he is the second Deputy Governor and he is on his second extension. That means, as you can see, 2020, 23 to 24, and now 24 to 25 has been announced, which is going to be effective from 9th of October 2024. If I talk about Patra, MD Patraji, he is the third Deputy Governor, again who is on extension, and he is on his second extension. That means he is going to complete his second extension in 2025. So which means out of 4 Deputy Governors, 3 out of 4 Deputy Governors, they are on what? So they are on extension, which you need to remember. Now the question is, term and extension, how is it different? See, according to the RBI Act, where the appointment procedure as well as term and tenure of deputy governor is explained, it is very clearly mentioned. It is very clearly mentioned that in the central board of RBI, we will have RBI governor, deputy governor, directors of local board, then members nominated by government, and many more. But if we talk about the appointment, as per the act, governor as well as deputy governor, they will be providing their services to the bank only, but if required, they can provide the services in the other areas as well if it is nationally required. Now the question over here is, deputy governor as well as governor appointment is done with the help of a search committee, that is financial sector regulatory appointments research committee, and this committee maintains a list of deputy governors as well as governor, and accordingly interviews are conducted, and once the interviews are conducted, name is suggested, and finally final approval is given by the appointments committee of the cabinet, which is chaired by prime minister. So this is the entire appointment procedure. But the question over here is, if there is no governor present, then in that case deputy governor is nominated as the head of central bank, and that is the reason the appointment of deputy governor needs to be done very carefully, because in the absence of governor, deputy governor can also act as the governor of the RBI. See, according to the act, the governor and a deputy governor shall hold office for such term not exceeding 5 years. So according to the act, what does it say? It says that whether it is governor or deputy governor, governor as well as deputy governor, they will be holding the office at max for 5 years, and the term is going to be defined at the time of appointment. So what government does these days? So government makes an appointment of 3 years, and after 3 years, if required, government announce an extension of 1 year, then government can announce the extension of 1 year again. So according to this, the total term becomes 5 years. According to this, the total term become 5 years, and after this, a new appointment will be done. And if the new appointment is not done, what is an alternative? So the alternative over here is, this individual can be reappointed for next 3 years. Then he may be given extension of 1 year, and in this manner, he will be completing total 10 years as a deputy governor, and for that matter, even he can complete 10 years as a governor of RBI. Now you must be doubtful that, sir, M. Rajeshwar Rao, you have told that is fine, but till date, there is any deputy governor who has served RBI for 10 long years? Then my answer is yes. I have a list for you. The list is now in front of you. The name is A. Ghosh. A. Ghosh has served RBI deputy governor from 21st of January 1982 to 20th of January 1987, which makes 5 years. Then he has been reappointed, where he again served as an RBI deputy governor for next 5 years. This data is available on the RBI website. I'm not giving this data from my own. So in this manner, we can say that yes, he has served for 10 years as a deputy governor. Similarly, C. Rangarajan, 1982 to 87, 5 years, 87 to 1991, if I say approximately, let's say 4 years. So from here we can say that yes, he has served as an RBI deputy governor for 9 years. So if someone asks you who has been the longest served deputy governor till date, then the answer will be A. Ghosh. He has served RBI as an RBI deputy governor for 10 years. And is it possible? Yes, sir, it is possible, because according to the act, it is very clearly mentioned. According to the act, it is very clearly mentioned that the RBI governor or deputy governor term should not be exceed 5 years, and they can be reappointed. So 5 years, and then they will be reappointed for 5 years. So the total tenure maximum can go up till 10 years. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? So next time if someone asks you about the tenure appointment procedure, you should be aware of it. And if someone asks you name the 4 deputy governors of RBI, then your answer should be first one, Shri Swaminathan J. Who is he? Sir, he is the former Managing Director of SBI, who has been appointed as RBI Deputy Governor, and he has been appointed as RBI Deputy Governor, or I would say the Managing Director of SBI has been appointed as RBI Deputy Governor after a gap of 20 years. Earlier, till 2003, former Managing Director of SBI has served as RBI Deputy Governor, and now after gap of 20 years, we have witnessed an a former managing director of SBI to be serving as RBI's deputy governor. Then we have T. Ravi Shankar, we have M. Rajeshwar Rao and MD Patra. But the point of discussion over here is, Sir, MD Patra is going to complete 5 years in January 2025. Now the question is whether appointment committee of the cabinet will be reappointing him, because now the extension cannot be given. Maximum is going to be 5 years only. Now if you want to go ahead, you have to reappoint, and while reappointing you will be again fixing the tenure, which should not be more than 5 years. But in general, as per the convention we have witnessed, it is 3 years which is fixed by the government. It can be less and more than that. Second point is, he is the chair, he is the member of Monetary Policy Committee, and recently 3 new members have been appointed in the Monetary Policy Committee. 3 new members have been appointed in the Monetary Policy Committee, which means there are already 3 new members in the Monetary Policy Committee, and if MD Patra is replaced in January 2025 with some other individual, then in January 2025 altogether we will be having 4 new members in Monetary Policy Committee. In Monetary Policy Committee, out of 6, but there is again a catch, and the catch over here is that is Monetary Policy Committee is headed by the chairman of Monetary Policy Committee is none other than Governor of RBI. Now the Governor of RBI is also going to complete his second term as RBI Governor in December 2024. So if government is going to replace him, if government is going to replace MD Patra, already 3 new appointments have been done, which means 5 out of 6 members of the Monetary Policy Committee will be new, and Monetary Policy Committee has a very crucial role to play, that is to manage inflation rates of the country. So there are chances that MD Patra can be reappointed for a term as it will be decided by the government, and there are chances that governor may be given an extension of a year or so that a sync is need to be established between 3 new eminent economists who have been appointed along with the existing members of Monetary Policy Committee, so that going forward, when these 3 eminent economists, they are capable enough, they are, I would say, in sync with the thought of RBI, then new appointments can be done in the committee. This is what I feel. I'm not sure what is going to happen, but yes, there is a point of concern related to MD Patra. There is a point of concern related to Shaktikanta Das ji, because he's going to complete his term in December 2024. He's going to complete his term in January 2025. Got it, guys? Clear? Ciao. Let's jump on to the second news of the day. The second news says, or the second news talks about IFSC partners with Axis Bank for India's first blue loan of $500 million. Now the question is, what do you understand by the word blue loan? Blue loan basically means the way we use green loan. Similarly, blue loan is again a part of loan or a part of, I would say, funding which is done to fight against climate change, funding which is done for sustainable development, for environmental upgradation, but it is related to water. So recently IFC, which is what? Sir, IFC is a part of, or it is one of the, I would say, institutes of World Bank Group. And along with that, we have Axis Bank, one of the leading private sector bank of the country. They have signed a blue loan of $500 million. Now the news, or I would say what all things are important for you in this, International Finance Corporation has partnered with Axis Bank to provide $500 million loan. So Axis Bank will be, International Finance Corporation will be providing $500 million loan in order to scale up blue finance and green projects in India. So this is the first time This is the first time that IFSC is going to invest is going to make blue investment in India, and the largest climate finance initiative by IFC in India. So this is not only the first time that IFC is going to invest in blue economy or is going to provide blue loan, but along with that, this is one of the largest or highest value agreement which has been done since the past. Blue loan focus on funding related to what? So it is focused on funding related to water and water waste management, as well as reducing the ocean plastic pollution, restoring marine ecosystem, and promoting offshore renewable energy, among the others. So remember that blue economy, as I said, blue loans are related to water. So it is basically for water, wastewater management. It is to reduce ocean plastic pollution, restore marine ecosystem, promote offshore renewable energy, and many other initiatives which will boost up sustainable development in the economy, but related to water, related to the water bodies. The next point is India has immense potential for water efficiency, for wastewater management, for wastewater treatment plants, and for green infrastructure, where we are projecting that Indian economy will be of, or I would say the market size of this segment is going to be $3 billion by 2029. That means India's wastewater treatment, green infrastructure, and water efficiency related projects, or this segment or this market, is going to be of size $3 billion by 2029, and focusing that this initiative has been taken. So what is I would say what is done actually under blue loan? So blue loan is basically the financial institutes, they provide loan to the private investors, obviously at subvention, at low rates. The loan borrowed will be used for the development of water treatment plants or any other green infrastructure related to the water bodies. That will be termed as blue economy, or that will be termed as blue loan. So blue loan aims to attract private sector investment in order to boost India's climate resilience, particularly in the sectors like green buildings, which could see a $1.4 trillion investment opportunity by 2030. This is again important that we are expecting the total investment in this segment, that is around $1.4 trillion by 2030. And if I talk about the market size, it's going to be $3 billion by 2029. Now, before we conclude the discussion, this is not the very first time that Axis Bank has taken an initiative related to the climate financing and all. That is not the point. Axis Bank is trying its level best to fight against climate change by providing climate financing, as well as driving a growth with sustainable ecosystem, with sustainable, I would say, environment as well as environment upgradation. So in this particular situation, if I talk about the portfolio of Axis Bank, the bank aims to grow its climate finance portfolio. So Axis Bank is trying its level best to grow its climate finance portfolio, and it has committed 60,000 crore rupees in financing for ESG aligned sectors by 2030, and out of which 50% is already done. That means out of 60,000 crores, 30,000 crore of portfolio is already handled, already maintained by Axis Bank. This is an important data which can be asked in the examination directly. Remember that. Next point is IFC has provided over $1.9 billion loan in blue loans as well as bonds globally since 2020. So this is not the very first time. This is not the very first time that IFC is providing blue loan. Till date, IFC has already provided $1.9 billion value blue loan in the world, but they have provided this category loan for the very first time to India. So that is the reason it was in news, which you need to remember. Now, those who don't know what is IFC. I would love to discuss with them. Whenever we talk about IFC, you must remember it is the member. It is the member of World Bank. We have World Bank group of 5 different organizations. One of them is IFC. It is the largest global development institution which focus on private sector. This is very important, which focuses on private sector in emerging markets. So its main purpose is to focus on private sector, to provide loan to the private sector so that private sector can come up with the projects which is going to result in development and growth of the economy. Obviously, it operates in more than 100 countries, committed a record $56 billion in the financial year 24 to private companies and financial institutions. So it is very important. So this bank has committed a record of $56 billion in the financial year 2023-24, where the lending has been done. This funding has been provided in 1 year to the financial institutions as well as private company. For what purpose? So for the development, for the overall development of the global economy. Focuses on leveraging private capital for poverty reduction as well as creating sustainable livable environment. So these are the focus areas along with development. It talks about, or it focuses on poverty reduction as well as creating sustainable and livable environment. Sustainable and livable environment. Clear, guys? I hope it's clear. Moving on to the next point. So the next point is related to Axis Bank. If I talk about Axis Bank, sir, it is the third largest private sector bank of the country. It has, as of June 2024, it has a network of 5427 branches, 15,000 around ATMs and 2987 touch points. This data is not important. I've just given you to understand third largest private bank, and this is the current count of branches so that you can have a rough idea. Rest you all know about what is Axis Bank. After Axis Bank, after private bank, I have a next topic to discuss, and that is Bank of Baroda. We all know that what is Bank of Baroda, sir. It is one of the public sector banks of the country. That means it is owned by Government of India. Why Bank of Baroda was in news? The reason is we have witnessed few years back, Bank of Baroda has closed its operation in China or sold out its wholesale branch in China. Then there was one more closure of its foreign business. Now, continuing to those two closures, there is one more announcement done by Bank of Baroda. Bank of Baroda has announced that it will be selling its Oman operations. That means it will no more carry out the Oman operations, and it will be selling its Oman operation to one of the local banks of Oman, that is Bank Dhofar. The question is, why this has been done, what is the reason behind this, and what are the numbers related to this particular news. So let's check them out quickly. First point is, government-owned Bank of Baroda has announced its decision to sell its Oman operations. All the Oman operations now will be taken care, or it will be carried out by Bank of Dhofar on the behalf of Bank of Baroda. This is a proposal. They are obviously waiting for the regulator's approval. Once the regulator approval will be given, then formal transfer of operation will be done. This acquisition will take place on a going concern basis, pending approval from the regulatory authority. As I said, it is pending on the regulatory part. Total business of Bank of Baroda Oman operation is valued around 113 million Omani Riyals and the net worth of around 25 million Omani Riyals, which bank has decided to sell out. So, but this is not the first time. As I mentioned, they have previously closed their wholesale branch in China during 2020-21. Then they have made disinvestment in their stake, which is based in Trinidad and Tobago. So that was also disinvested. Now, moving forward, they have announced the disinvestment or closure of their operation or transferring of their operation to third party, that is Bank Dhofar in Oman. Remember that as of March 2024, Bank of Baroda's total business from the international branches stood at 3,83,409 crore, accounting for 16.02%. So if I talk about the total business which Bank of Baroda is getting from its international branches, that is what? So that is 16% of the total business, and that is the reason Bank of Baroda is now focusing on core operations, because of which it is trying to squeeze out its operations outside India. If I talk about this particular bank, sir, it was founded back in 1990 and it is one of the leading commercial banks in Oman. Its headquarters is in Muscat, Oman. Ownership, it is publicly traded company on the Muscat Stock Exchange. Services, it offers a wide range. As it is a bank, it offers a wide range of banking services to its customers, and now it will be offering, or it will be handling, the Bank of Baroda operations as well in Oman once the approval is given by the regulators. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear? I hope till now the news which we have discussed are crystal clear, and as you can see, I have come up with only those important datas on the screen which can be asked in your examination, which are relevant with your exam, which can be, I would say, there are chances that the direct questions can be asked in the examination from the datas we are discussing. Is it clear to all? May I have a reply, please? May I have a reply, please? Is it clear to all? Okay, so that will be all from my side, guys, in this particular session. I will be catching you all in the upcoming sessions to go. But before I leave, I have an important update. I have an important news for you all. And the news is, as you all know, RBI Grade B 2025 examination will be conducted. We are expecting the notification to be out in a month of May or June, maybe April as well. So you have almost 8 to 9 months to prepare for this examination. And if you want to clear this exam, we at Testbook brings to you one-stop solution by the name Lakshya Batch. If you want to clear your RBI Grade B exam, and that too in the very first attempt, do enroll in Lakshya Batch, because in this batch we'll provide you with structured live sessions. We'll provide you with detailed study notes as well as one-to-one mentorship. Will provide you with mock tests not only for phase 1 but for phase 2 as well. So it's last chance, I would say. If you're still thinking that you want to become RBI Grade B officer, and if you're still thinking then you're going to waste one long year, don't do that. Please enroll yourself right away in order to ensure your selection for 2025. So that will be all from my side. You can download the PDF from the Telegram mentioned behind, Economics by Madhav Arora. Handle is @Madhav. Done, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We'll catch you in the next session. Bye bye. Good luck. God bless you.